If it's freezing outside, clap your hands. If it's freezing outside, clap your hands. If it's snowing all around and you can't get over town, if it's snowing outside, clap your hands.
This week has been rough, mentally. Temperatures have been below 20 degrees, and it's not going to get warmer anytime soon. We're definitely not getting the bulk of the snowfall here in Michigan, but I just wanted to share a story of what happened Thursday. So about 2 inches came down in the span of 1 hour, and I was heading out of the store to deliver an order when it started, and I claimed another order, super tiny, from someone I delivered to a bunch of times, and I'm like, hey, if snow's bad, I can make this my last one. But, so it was supposed to take 15 minutes to get to the store from where I was, and it took 30 every time I even touched the brake. My back end of my car is swerving, and I have a Chevrolet Trax, so maybe it's not the best, it's not four-wheel drive, but man, it was rough to get to the store. But shopping and delivering was very easy. She lives off the main road, and I went straight home after that. But let me tell you, the quick snowfall is no joke, and these 10-degree temperatures, also no joke. I hate working on freezing days where the sun is blinding, so I like to work nights. But I can't keep working with 10 degrees outside. It is awful.
So that's how it's been going. But what I wanted to talk about in this video is 3 glitches in the Shipt app that can affect your pay. Because what we see in the Shipt app is what we will get paid, aside from any bonuses that Shipt decides to give out. And that's why I always screenshot the order pay before accepting an order, since we aren't able to determine what pay will be after claiming an order. And so one of the glitches that happened to me is that after hitting deliver on an order, the promo didn't show up. So in the delivery screen, pay shows up on one line, promo shows up on another. In the offer card, they will be combined. And so I was going to call that in, but then like 24 hours later, it magically showed up as if it had been there all along, so I didn't. And the next one will usually affect a whole zone at a time. You'll see all the orders are being offered with an estimated pay of $0 or $1 or $2. This is just showing you the promo amount. For some reason, it's not showing you Shipt's pay amount. And so if you were to call into Shipt HQ, they're gonna say, well, you'll see what you get paid after you hit deliver. But that's not really fair to us. It's, a huge risk to not know if this order is worth our time. Our only bargaining power for pay is accepting or declining to accept an order, which someone else may take up if your metro is not very busy. From Shipt's perspective, you don't have to take every order that's offered to you, but they do look at your acceptance rating. So this is the percentage of time for the hours on your schedule that you claim an order. So while it doesn't make a big enough difference in the orders offered to me, I don't worry about it. In smaller metros, it can be the tiebreaker from where you're offered an order or not. And another one that we've seen pop up in the Detroit metro over the last couple of months is where an order will just sit in the metro, and the time may have been long past for it to have been delivered, and it doesn't have promo, you cannot claim it. And this actually happened to me the other day. This is when an order has been delivered but is not showing up in someone's delivery history. I took a bundle. They were both for 7 to 8. It was about 4:30, so I was going to deliver the first one, said early okay, I was going to deliver that for 6. And as I was shopping this order, I got a text that said the second order of this bundle has been unassigned to me. I wasn't quite sure what that meant, but it disappeared with my order history, and I was able to deliver the first one just fine. So I did, but it didn't show up in my delivery history. It then popped up in Metro as its own order, for a significantly less amount of money than the bundle would have been. So I called it in, and Shipt's like, it looks fine on our end. You know, it showed that it was assigned to me and paid and everything, and they said to just wait for the system to kind of catch up. And so it was Sunday night, and so that order did end up showing up on Monday. It showed up as a bundle, so there was a tip spot for the second order, which I did not deliver. And the first order, a tip did come in sometime later that week or the next week. And it only counted as one order for that week, which was odd. Normally bundles do count as 2 orders. So that's what's happening. If you see an order like that in Metro, someone hasn't gotten paid for that right away, but it was all fixed eventually. But something that I'm not really able to prove and don't really have much of a basis to talk about is the possibility that people could put in a tip and you could not receive it. Because we only get paid for what is listed in the delivery history in your app, it has happened to a few people, and they've talked about it online. So luckily, Shipt is now going through, I think, quarterly to help us find any missing tips, and it was definitely a bigger problem when we started taking Meyer.com orders, because these are just different systems interacting. A lot of glitches happen for them. Even with all these glitches, Shipt does do a good job of trying to help us as much as it can. And you'll see in my next video, while I'm a little more hopeful, there are some new features I'm excited to share with you. So stay tuned.